Have you ever wondered why your legs feel like they're betraying you more and more each day? Why climbing those stairs that used to be so easy now leaves you breathless and aching? Why your morning walks have become shorter and more painful, forcing you to sit down more often than you'd like to admit? If you're over 55 and experiencing increasing leg weakness, cramping, or that deep, persistent ache that seems to settle into your muscles and bones, you're not alone in this struggle. Millions of Americans in their golden years are facing the same devastating reality, watching their independence and mobility slip away one painful step at a time. What's truly heartbreaking is that most seniors believe this decline is simply an inevitable part of aging, something they must accept and endure. They've been told by well-meaning friends, family members, and sometimes even healthcare providers that weak, painful legs are just part of getting older. But here's what nobody is telling you, and what the supplement industry desperately doesn't want you to discover. 3 specific supplements that are likely sitting in your medicine cabinet right now are actively destroying your leg strength from the inside out. These aren't obscure, rarely used supplements we're talking about. These are mainstream, widely recommended nutrients that millions of seniors take daily, believing they're doing something good for their health. The cruel irony is that while you're faithfully taking these supplements, thinking you're supporting your health and vitality, they're actually working against your body in ways that specifically target your leg muscles, your circulation, and your overall lower body strength. It's like unknowingly putting sugar in your gas tank while trying to improve your car's performance. The intention is good, but the result is devastating mechanical failure, except in this case, it's your precious mobility and independence that's being compromised. Consider Martha, a vibrant 67-year-old retired teacher from Ohio who used to lead hiking groups through local nature trails. She was the kind of woman who could outpace people half her age, someone who prided herself on her physical fitness and active lifestyle. But over the course of just 18 months, Martha noticed her legs becoming increasingly unreliable. What started as occasional stiffness after her morning walks gradually evolved into persistent weakness that made even simple tasks like grocery shopping feel overwhelming. The worst part wasn't just the physical discomfort, though that was certainly challenging enough. It was the way this decline began to steal her confidence, her sense of self, and her ability to maintain the active social life she had always cherished. Martha's story began to change dramatically when she started questioning the 7 different supplements she had been taking religiously for over 3 years. Like so many health-conscious seniors, she had gradually accumulated these supplements based on various recommendations from magazines, friends, and online articles. She was taking what she believed to be a comprehensive regimen designed to support healthy aging, but nobody had ever explained to her how these different nutrients might interact with each other, or how some of them might actually be working against her specific health goals. The turning point came when Martha decided to investigate whether any of her beloved supplements might be contributing to her declining leg strength. What she discovered shocked her to her core and changed everything about how she approached her health and wellness routine. Within 6 weeks of eliminating just 3 specific supplements from her daily regimen, Martha experienced a transformation that seemed almost miraculous. Her leg strength began returning. The persistent aching that had plagued her for months started to fade, and most importantly, she regained the confidence to return to the hiking trails she had abandoned. But Martha's experience isn't unique, and it's certainly not a coincidence. Across the country, thousands of seniors are unknowingly sabotaging their leg health with supplements they believe are helping them. The problem is so widespread and so systematically ignored by the mainstream health industry that it represents one of the most significant hidden health crises facing American seniors today. The tragic part is that this crisis is entirely preventable, but only if you know what to look for and what to avoid. The three supplements we're about to reveal are so commonly used and so widely recommended that you'll probably find it hard to believe they could be causing such significant problems. That's exactly why this information is so crucial and why it's been so effectively suppressed by industries that profit enormously from keeping seniors dependent on products that don't serve their best interests. When you understand the specific mechanisms by which these supplements interfere with leg muscle function, circulation, and overall lower body strength, you'll finally have the knowledge you need to make informed decisions about your health. The first thing you need to understand is that leg weakness and pain in seniors isn't just about muscles getting weaker with age. While muscle mass naturally declines as we get older, this process should be gradual and manageable, not the dramatic, life-altering decline that so many people experience. When leg weakness accelerates rapidly, when cramping becomes persistent and severe, when simple activities become overwhelming challenges, there are usually specific underlying factors at work. These factors often involve disruptions to normal muscle function, interference with circulation, and imbalances in the delicate nutritional systems that support healthy muscle contraction and recovery. Many seniors are completely unaware that certain supplements can actually interfere with their body's natural ability to maintain muscle strength and function. They assume that more supplements equals better health, but this isn't always the case. In fact, when it comes to maintaining strong, pain-free legs after 55, less is often more. The key is understanding which nutrients truly support your goals, and which ones might be working against you, even if they seem beneficial on the surface. Now let's dive deep into the three specific supplements that are likely undermining your leg strength and causing unnecessary pain and weakness. Understanding these culprits will empower you to make the changes needed to reclaim your mobility and confidence. The first supplement destroying your leg power is one that might shock you because it's recommended everywhere for seniors. Calcium supplements, specifically the high-dose calcium carbonate tablets that millions of Americans over 55 take daily. Now, before you dismiss this information, understand that we're not talking about calcium from food sources or even all forms of calcium supplementation. We're specifically addressing the megadose calcium carbonate supplements, typically 1,200 milligrams per tablet, that have become the gold standard recommendation for seniors worried about bone health. Here's what's happening in your body when you take these high-dose calcium supplements. Calcium requires magnesium to function properly in your muscles. The ideal ratio should be roughly 2 parts calcium to 1 part magnesium. But when you flood your system with massive amounts of supplemental calcium without adequate magnesium, you create a dangerous imbalance that directly impacts muscle function. Your leg muscles begin to experience what's essentially a traffic jam at the cellular level. Calcium floods into muscle cells but can't exit properly without sufficient magnesium to facilitate the process. This leads to persistent muscle tension, cramping, and ultimately weakness as your muscles become unable to contract and relax efficiently. Sarah, a 61-year-old retired nurse from Texas, experienced this firsthand. After her doctor recommended high-dose calcium for bone health, she faithfully took 1,200 milligrams of calcium carbonate every morning with breakfast. Within 4 months, Sarah noticed increasing leg cramps, particularly at night, and a growing weakness in her thighs that made climbing stairs increasingly difficult. She assumed this was normal aging until she learned about the calcium-magnesium connection. When she switched to a lower dose, properly balanced calcium-magnesium supplement, her leg symptoms improved dramatically within 3 weeks. The second supplement causing widespread leg problems among seniors is iron, particularly the high-dose iron supplements that are often recommended for seniors experiencing fatigue. While iron deficiency is certainly a concern for some older adults, Many seniors are taking iron supplements unnecessarily, and this excess iron is wreaking havoc on their leg health in ways that most people never connect. Excess iron in your system creates what's called oxidative stress, particularly in your muscle tissues. Your leg muscles, which are among the largest and most active muscle groups in your body, are especially vulnerable to this oxidative damage. When iron levels become too high, iron particles essentially begin to rust inside your muscle cells, creating inflammation and interfering with normal muscle metabolism. This process is insidious because it happens gradually, and the symptoms need increasing weakness, slower recovery from activity, persistent aching are often attributed to normal aging rather than supplement-induced damage. Moreover, excess iron interferes with your body's ability to absorb and utilize other crucial nutrients that your leg muscles need to function optimally. It can block the absorption of zinc, which is essential for muscle repair and recovery. It can interfere with vitamin E absorption, leaving your muscles more vulnerable to damage from normal wear and tear. Most critically, excess iron can disrupt your body's natural antioxidant systems, leaving your leg muscles in a constant state of low-grade inflammation that gradually undermines their strength and endurance. Robert, a 59-year-old retired mechanic from Michigan, discovered this connection the hard way. After experiencing fatigue, he began taking a high-potency iron supplement without having his iron levels tested first. Over the course of 8 months, Robert noticed that his legs felt increasingly heavy and tired, especially during his evening walks with his wife. Simple activities like mowing the lawn or working in his garden became exhausting ordeals that left his legs aching for hours afterward. When Robert finally had comprehensive blood work done, he discovered that his iron levels were actually too high, not too low. Within 6 weeks of discontinuing the iron supplements, his leg strength and endurance improved significantly. The third and perhaps most surprising supplement undermining senior leg health is vitamin D3 in megadoses, specifically the high-potency 5000 IU or higher supplements that have become increasingly popular. Now, this might seem counterintuitive because vitamin D is absolutely crucial for muscle function and bone health. However, when vitamin D3 is taken in very high doses without proper cofactors, particularly vitamin K2 and magnesium, it can actually contribute to leg problems rather than solving them. Here's the mechanism. High-dose vitamin D3 significantly increases calcium absorption from your digestive tract. If you're already taking calcium supplements, this creates a perfect storm of calcium overload in your system. But even if you're not taking additional calcium, the dramatically increased calcium absorption can overwhelm your body's ability to properly utilize this mineral. Without adequate vitamin K2 to direct calcium to your bones and teeth, and without sufficient magnesium to help your muscles use calcium properly, this excess calcium can accumulate in your muscle tissues, creating the same cramping, weakness, and dysfunction we discussed with calcium supplementation. Additionally, very high doses of vitamin D3 can suppress your body's production of vitamin K2, creating a deficiency in this crucial nutrient that helps keep calcium in the right places in your body. This creates a vicious cycle where the vitamin D3 you're taking to improve your health actually creates nutritional imbalances that undermine your leg strength and comfort. Linda, a 63-year-old retired librarian from California, experienced this phenomenon after her doctor recommended 5,000 IU of vitamin D3 daily following a blood test that showed low vitamin D levels. While Linda's vitamin D levels did improve, she began experiencing severe leg cramps, particularly during the night, and noticed increasing stiffness and weakness in her legs during her morning yoga routine. When she reduced her vitamin D3 to 2,000 IU daily and added vitamin K2 and magnesium to her routine, her leg symptoms resolved within a month. Before we continue, I want you to take a moment and really think about your own supplement routine. Are you taking any of these three supplements? Have you noticed changes in your leg strength, comfort, or endurance since starting them? Sometimes the connection isn't immediately obvious because these changes happen gradually over months or even years. If you're finding this information helpful and eye-opening, I'd love for you to become part of our community of seniors who are taking charge of their health and mobility. Hit that subscribe button right now because we're going to be sharing more crucial information that can help you maintain your independence and vitality as you age. And here's something I'd really like to know. In the comments below, tell me which of these three supplements surprised you the most. Was it the calcium connection, the iron issue, or the vitamin D paradox? Your answer will help me understand what topics to dive deeper into in future videos, so please take just a moment to share your thoughts. Now that you understand which supplements might be working against your leg health, let's talk about what you can do to reverse this damage and restore the strength, comfort, and mobility you deserve. The good news is that your body has an amazing capacity for recovery, even after months or years of dealing with supplement-induced leg problems. But the key is approaching this recovery systematically and safely. The first step in reclaiming your leg health is conducting what I call a supplement audit. This means taking a comprehensive look at everything you're currently taking and evaluating whether each supplement is truly serving your health goals or potentially working against them. Start by gathering all your supplements and medications in one place. Read every label carefully, paying particular attention to the doses of calcium, iron, and vitamin D3. If you're taking calcium supplements over 500 milligrams per dose, iron supplements over 18 milligrams daily, or vitamin D3 over 2000 IU daily, these could be contributing to your leg problems. However, and this is crucial, don't just stop taking supplements abruptly without consulting with a knowledgeable healthcare provider. Some supplements, particularly if you've been taking them for extended periods, should be reduced gradually to avoid rebound effects. Additionally, some people do have legitimate needs for higher doses of certain nutrients, and these decisions should always be based on actual blood testing rather than general recommendations. Margaret, a 66-year-old retired accountant from Florida, provides a perfect example of how to approach this process safely and effectively. After experiencing increasing leg weakness and cramping over 2 years, Margaret decided to have comprehensive nutritional testing done before making any changes to her supplement routine. The testing revealed that her calcium levels were in the high normal range, her iron levels were elevated, and her vitamin D was actually optimal, despite taking 4,000 IU daily. Working with a nutritionally oriented healthcare provider, Margaret gradually reduced her calcium supplement from 1,200 milligrams to 400 milligrams daily, eliminated her iron supplement entirely, and reduced her vitamin D3 to 1,000 IU while adding vitamin K2 and magnesium. The transformation in Margaret's leg health was remarkable. Within 3 weeks, her nighttime leg cramps disappeared completely. By 6 weeks, she noticed significant improvement in her leg strength during her daily walks. After 3 months, Margaret was able to return to the ballroom dancing classes she had abandoned due to leg weakness and discomfort. Most importantly, she regained the confidence and sense of physical security that had been eroded by months of declining mobility. The second crucial step in restoring your leg health involves optimizing the nutrients that actually support strong, comfortable legs. While we've focused on the supplements that can cause problems, there are specific nutrients that are genuinely beneficial for leg health when used properly. Magnesium is absolutely critical for proper muscle function, and most seniors don't get nearly enough from food sources alone. The key is choosing the right form of magnesium and taking it in appropriate doses. Magnesium glycinate or magnesium Malate are generally the best absorbed forms, and most seniors benefit from 200 to 400 milligrams daily, taken in divided doses with meals. Magnesium helps your muscles contract and relax properly, supports healthy circulation, and can significantly reduce cramping and stiffness. Additionally, magnesium works synergistically with calcium, helping to ensure that calcium functions properly in your muscles rather than accumulating where it doesn't belong. Vitamin K2 is another nutrient that's crucial for seniors but often overlooked. This vitamin helps direct calcium to your bones and teeth while preventing it from accumulating in your muscles and arteries. Most seniors are deficient in K2 because it's found primarily in fermented foods that aren't common in the American diet. A daily dose of 100 to 200 micrograms of vitamin K2, specifically the MK7 form, can make a dramatic difference in how your body handles calcium. Potassium is also essential for leg muscle function, but it's best obtained from food sources rather than supplements due to safety concerns with high-dose potassium pills. Focus on including potassium-rich foods like bananas, sweet potatoes, spinach, and avocados in your daily diet. These foods provide potassium in a form that's easily absorbed and utilized by your muscles. The third component of leg health recovery involves supporting your body's natural circulation and inflammation response. Poor circulation is a major contributor to leg weakness, cramping, and pain in seniors, and certain nutrients can help optimize blood flow to your leg muscles. Omega-3 fatty acids from fish oil or algae sources can help reduce inflammation and support healthy circulation. A daily dose of 1,000–2,000 milligrams of combined EPA and DHA is typically beneficial for most seniors. Coenzyme Q10 is another nutrient that supports muscle energy production and can be particularly helpful for seniors experiencing leg weakness. As we age, our natural production of CoQ10 declines, and this can contribute to muscle fatigue and weakness. A daily dose of 100–200 milligrams of ubiquinol, the active form of CoQ10, can help restore energy production at the cellular level. Physical activity, while it might seem counterintuitive when your legs are weak and painful, is actually one of the most powerful tools for recovery. The key is starting gently and progressing gradually. Simple exercises like seated leg extensions, calf raises while holding onto a chair, and gentle walking can help stimulate circulation and gradually rebuild muscle strength. The important thing is consistency rather than intensity. Even 5 minutes of gentle movement daily is better than sporadic intense exercise sessions. David, a 58-year-old retired postal worker from Oregon, exemplifies this approach perfectly. After years of leg weakness that he attributed to his physically demanding career, David discovered that his supplement routine was actually contributing to his problems. He was taking high-dose calcium, iron, and vitamin D3, along with several other supplements. Working with a functional medicine practitioner, David streamlined his supplement routine, eliminated the problematic supplements, and began a gentle exercise program focused on leg strength and mobility. The changes didn't happen overnight, but they were steady and significant. After 2 months of his new approach, David noticed that his legs felt more stable and reliable during his daily activities. After 4 months, he was able to return to hiking, something he had given up due to leg weakness and discomfort. Most remarkably, after 6 months, David felt more energetic and physically capable than he had in years. As we wrap up this important discussion about senior leg health, I want you to know that you're not alone in this journey toward better mobility and comfort. Thousands of seniors have already used this information to reclaim their leg strength and independence, and you can too. The key is taking action while being patient with the process. Your body needs time to rebalance and recover, but with the right approach, that recovery can be truly remarkable. I hope this information has been as eye-opening and helpful for you as it has been for so many others in our community. If you found value in what we've shared today, I'd be deeply grateful if you'd subscribe to our channel and become part of our family of health-conscious seniors. We're here to support each other and share the kind of information that can truly transform your quality of life. But more than that, I'd love to hear your story. In the comments below, please share your experience with leg weakness, pain, or mobility challenges. Have you been taking any of the supplements we discussed? What changes are you planning to make based on what you've learned today? Your story could be exactly what another senior needs to hear to take that first step toward better health. We're building a community where seniors support seniors, where we share our successes and challenges, and where everyone feels empowered to take charge of their health and mobility. Thank you for being part of this journey, and I look forward to hearing about your progress and